Today I'm taking a look at your guys' questions and comments, so let's get going. Hey, what's up guys, Ryan here again, and we're just gonna blast through some questions and comments and talk about some production stuff in general, and also maybe some not some production stuff. So also full disclaimer on these are just my opinions on a lot of stuff when it comes to a workflow and production freelancing. So your mileage may vary depending on what these questions are, but let's go ahead and keep going. Mike Visser says, when I export my video, it's completely green. Any advice? The only thing I can guess is maybe you have a codec that something isn't reading. Like if you try to do DNX HD inside a VLC player, sometimes it just comes out as a completely green movie. And you can also have some issues with that if you don't have a program that can read alpha channels, in my experience. So next question. Jason Local Rebel 1804 says, Dickie's Cup in the background. Yes, barbecue time. Kimi's YouTube Designs asks, is there any possible way you could do a lesson on how to make your intro? It's amazing. Kimi, great question, great request. That is coming next week. La Vie en Rose, Akuna Matata. Stephen or Stefan Thuku, sorry if I slaughtered that. He said, thank you so much. Was about to spend a lot of money on a Mac. He's referring to the tutorial about how to export ProRes on a PC, and I agree. I hope it helps you a lot. I'm actually going to have a lot of more questions, it looks like, on that ProRes, so I'm going to talk about it a little bit more, and we'll get back to the ProRes comment. Matt Matwam asks, am I correct in saying ProRes 112 megabit is ProRes 442? I believe you're asking, is it ProRes 422? And yes, you're correct. Marshmallow says, love that movie Robot Jocks. Good stuff. Thanks for posting, sir. Yes, Robot Jocks. Terrible, yet awesome. Marin84 asks, thank you, great info. How do you put all the exported images into one video file? Go ahead and start your project panel right here, double click, navigate to where your image sequences are, grab any one in that sequence, import it, right click that bad boy, go to interpret footage main, make sure it's at the frames per second that you want. In this example, I'm using 24. Go ahead and drag that down to a new composition, and there you go. You got your image sequence as a movie inside of After Effects. And here we have a longer question about ProRes from Sean Berry, asking, much appreciated video. I've also recently made the switch from Mac to Windows. My understanding is that FFmpeg codec is actually an unauthorized ProRes, and that Apple's codec is slightly different, and not that all ProRes apps or devices can read the version of ProRes. So, as a broadcast editor, occasionally, I'm wondering if broadcast publishers accept this version of ProRes. Do you have any experience with that? Sean, great question. Short answer is yes, I've used this method and other methods from a PC to get to a Mac. One of the methods I still use today is I was able to buy the ProRes codec for Windows before Apple decided to sue everyone that had any sort of version of ProRes. So, long-winded answer, yes, FFmpeg is not an official ProRes codec because Apple's abandonment of QuickTime and trying to sue people that have ProRes is kind of still going on. So, I have used it, I have delivered, I haven't had any issues. The tutorial on how to export ProRes on a Windows from another GUI is basically a last case scenario for the people who still want to use ProRes as their finishing codec. My solution and my advice would be to get it away from ProRes to all the other codecs out there. Cineform's great, DNX HD is great. A lot of people are using XDCam and so forth and so on. So this is kind of the last case scenario for those people who have to have ProRes, who don't want to stray from that and try new things. I'm sure it'll get there eventually, but that is my long-winded answer, and I hope that helps out. So there we go, guys. I hope that helps. It was fun for me. I hope it was a little bit of fun and also for you guys. Got two-part tutorial coming up, breaking down the intro as requested, as we saw. So we'll kind of break it down in Cinema 4D one week, and we'll break it down in After Effects the next week, and how the intro for this channel is made. So have a great Friday. I'll see you guys next week. Keep doing your motion graphics, keep practicing, and I will see you guys in the next video. Have a good one. We 3D tracked it, and we have some Z space going on, and it just looks pretty cool. We're gonna have our beams follow it no matter where we reposition it.